Hey, my wandering wanderers. Today we're going to be doing a reading for the sign of Libra. Please note that this is an energetic reading from the perception of the astrological sign. Please note that everyone has all signs within their chart, so if you have questions about other aspects within your life, you could check the other star signs if needed. Excuse me. That being said, the premise of this reading is to offer insight and awareness towards remediating this energy that needs some TLC/love. The chakra deck is used for energetic remediation, while the tarot deck is going to be used for additional insights and awareness for this energy. So pretty much I'm going to say something and resonance might drive something up. If you resonate with this information, thank you for your time. If you don't resonate with this information, thank you for your time. Libra, I balance. Dear Universe, please seek a clear channel for your guidance. Please seek a clear channel for your guidance for the sign of Libra. Please seeking a clear channel for your guidance for the sign of Libra. I balance. I balance. Balancing out airbase vibes. Balancing out airbase vibes. Airbase vibes. Note. Note. Alright, Libra, what is it that's being balanced out? Yeah, what is it that's being balanced out? Simultaneously speaking. Libra, are you actually out here balancing out your feelings? Not trying to be rude or anything. But what are you balancing out, Libra? What is it that you're working on that you need to balance up? What is the subjects and connotations that you're working through that you're balancing? How do you understand these balance? What are these feelings of balance that pertain to you? Food for thought. Libra, airbase vibes that are being balanced out. How do you understand this balance? Also, please note that I have incense burning at this segment of time. Just really needed that extra effort, and please ignore anything if you pick it up in the background. That being said, what is it that Libras need compassion for? Or at least from the perception of compassion, what is it that we are remediating? 5, 6. Okay, Libra, so something about this experience of a perception, something about understanding this experience of gossip, recognizing this perception of gratitude, understanding these feelings of passion, recognizing this action of impartiality, but also understanding this perception of perception of mysticism. Simultaneously speaking, when it comes to this perception of mysticism, how do we understand this action of impartiality? What is this feeling of passion? How do we understand this perception of gratitude? What was this experience of gossip? And how do we understand the perception of that experience? So, Libra, it might be that there is something that needs to be balanced out. It could be perceptions when it comes to this experience. Could be understanding how do we balance gratitude when it comes to this weird experience of perception and gossip, but also understanding our own perceptions and how we balance out our own perception and how these things play out. Simultaneously speaking, understanding how do we understand our own balance when it comes to our own balance when it comes to this act of impartiality, just whatever, just kind of tanking through it, I guess. Tanking through it, I guess. But also, how do we understand this from the perception of mysticism? This feels like, or this seems like an experience of something like things are occurring, there's what's actually happening, how you feel about it, and how you're kind of going through it. But also, how do you understand this perception of mysticism? How does that pertain to this perception of gratitude? It also is kind of coming through in a weird way where it's like understanding this perception of gratitude will help you recognize the passion behind just tanking through it, will help you understand this weird perception of mysticism. It's kind of like something occurred and it's just like just going through it regardless of whatever is occurring. But, or could be trying to understand the perception of someone just going through it regardless of how this is occurring, or understanding how you would go through something regardless of what's going on. and probably taking time to understand how to balance that energy and from that perception. Weird thing from the mysticism card right now, but understanding that perception of mysticism. But it depends on what it is that you're actually trying to balance throughout all of this, or balancing this experience, because there's mostly balancing. There's mostly experience-based cards and perception-based cards out here, so that should help create a bigger picture as to what is being balanced out overall. That being said, additional insights and awareness to this energy that's being balanced, or something meticulous. I don't know what's being meticulous right now, but we'll find out. Excuse me. Additional insights and awareness. That meticulous statement bothers me. Unless it's meticulously balanced, then, which means someone has went to such lengths to tweak something to make sure it stays balanced. I digress. Food for thought. I digress. So there's no additional deck-based energies in here, but what do we have? We have when it comes to surrounding these experiences, this perception and this experience of gossip. From the perception card, we have the Tower and the Chariot and the Knight of Swords. So whatever the situation, there's awareness of the situation coming apart and recognizing the communication that's coming through that will help us understand what we need to do to move forward. Simultaneously speaking, Knight of Coins, Nine of Coins. The star cards are taking the time to understand what's the communication that's occurring when it comes to these feelings of physical fulfillment, and recognizing the experience that is being healed from it. So this is something that's going to be snowballed, but whatever is snowballing, just please keep in mind your own feelings of what you want the end result to be, but also recognizing the experience of it that's being healed. So there could be a previous experience that you might have had, which could be counterintuitive, especially from the perception of the gossip card that may pertain to what it is that you're trying to achieve. And it could be that you could be going through it and rebalancing it. And I know it seems a little weird, like you could be going through. It's like having a previous experience that you physically wanted to snowball through, that you tried to snowball through it before but couldn't due to the experience of gossip. So you have to re-go back through it and recognize what that physical fulfillment really meant, but also recognize by going back through it and reaffirming what these feelings really mean to you when you actually have it will help you recognize the experience that's being healed. So fuck the naysayers. That being said, there's also two additional cards that's over here from the perception of or from the perspective of mysticism. Recognizing the experience of this foundation, but also understanding the core emotion that's coming from it will help you understand this perception of mysticism a lot more. So by taking time to recognize the experience and how the experience is foundationally grounded, it should help you recognize the feelings or the core feelings that are coming through from this segment. Simultaneously speaking, from the perception of Libra, if you're trying to balance out this mystical aspect, as the stuff is starting to flow through the bottom of the incense burner, as you're starting to recognize the mystical aspect from the perception of the experience and how the foundation of the experience is, and how the core of the emotions are coming through, agile is coming through, it will help you balance out what you need to do to move forward when this tower moment hits, and understanding how these thoughts are being communicated, especially when it comes to snowballing into what it is that you really want to do and actually healing from that experience. It's like having balance from something that really hurts you and actually taking the time to reaffirm and re-go through regardless of what that experience was, and taking time to understand how this stuff balance out for you, okay? That being said, symbolism is meant to understand the energies of the situation. If anyone takes these symbolistic statements literal or negative, don't be surprised if the evil eye shows up. Please realize it's important to experience this information and discern it for yourself. Peace be with you. Namaste. Thank you for your candor and have a nice day.